The Microgrid Resources Coalition is a group of individuals and companies that have joined together to try and influence public policy and the development of microgrids, which are, it's not just a buzzword, but it's the next iteration of distributed generation. We're looking at this as similar to the computer revolution. If we stayed with mainframe computers, it never would have happened. The PC and the development of the internet created a very robust network, which is the basis of the information age, not the mainframe computer. Microgrids similarly have the ability to be a distributed resource, and it has the potential to completely change the paradigm of the electric grid.
We started a conversation with FERC staff, Chris Baird and I, and then we arranged for Princeton and ICE-Tech to come with us down to meet with the FERC commissioners, and first with the chairman, and he asked that we meet with all the others. And by the time we heard from all the commissioners that they really would love to hear from us, because a lot of people said a lot of things, but you know, we were actually talking about how it really worked in the real world. They were all encouraging, and so we decided to pull this coalition together.
The thing that struck me was that no matter whether you were trying to determine whether a particular FERC commissioner was conservative or liberal or Democrat or Republican, they all, I mean, the purpose of FERC is not a political purpose at all. And that really came through, that resiliency, reliability was important to every one of them. And every one of them thought that the microgrid solution should be promoted and should be brought into the market more.
A lot of what drives or enables or prevents this kind of development is the world of regulation. And we have the North American Electric Reliability Council, we have the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and then we have the State Public Service Commissions, or PUCs. So all of these things and these layers of regulation that set the rules for the business that we do tend to listen to their constituents. They tend to mostly have constituents who are transmission companies, generation companies, vertically integrated utilities, and independent power producers. People who represent distributed generation like a microgrid don't really have a seat at the table. And unless we can articulate our points, what we'll wind up with is a system that precludes or minimizes this contribution. So having a joint voice and people recognizing this as a voice is very important.
Right now, microgrids perform a host of services to the communities, to the grid, that just go unrecognized, uncompensated. And so at a very simple level, what the MRC is going to do is seek to better value the services that benefit the communities in the grid. Once that's in place, we think that it's going to be easier for microgrids to get developed and financed, because the value proposition will be more clear.
I see the Microgrid Coalition more working with the Public Utilities Commission and the FERC to get regulations in place so that microgrids can grow. I don't think the coalition has to do anything after that, because once the regulations are set, there are developers and companies out there that can come in and make it happen.